¿Qué onda todos? I am Reptune Rey, and today we're back playing Cooking Companions. We're gonna see how this goes. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's getting worse by the episode, so let's enjoy the episode. Greg, wake up! Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep. Oh, me? What's going on, Gregor? Gregor? Gregor, did the lightning wake you up? Antonio, it woke me up. I tried to fall back asleep, but it was so loud. Karim! Ugh. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and goes back to bed. No, I don't like going to bed. It's so scary. Oh, I hate this. Okay. Wait. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karin's snoring is louder than a sawmill. You find it very loud and distracting. You don't sleep a wink, and everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slams shut. Antonio sounds petrified. Jeez. I looked out the door and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Like a sailor's take warning more appropriate for today. Maria is silent. Maria is not doing okay. She is not doing okay at all. Antonio is not doing okay. Gregor seems to be okay. Karin seems to be pissed off as always. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow. Antonio, you can't steal the big guy's optimism, Karin. Why the hell not? That's what he's. That's all he has going for him. Ah! These voices. I'm gonna try. I need to try with the voices. I'm gonna really try with the voices. I want to try to be good at these voices. Anyways, he's good at chopping wood though. Ha ha ha. Knock it off, you two. Maria, do you think it will clear up tomorrow? I give it a 27% chance of clearing up tomorrow. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on the local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room. Wow, that is weird. Sounds like you're stealing Anthony's thunder. Antonio, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it? I couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? See, that bookshelf has some of the great books on artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust? How did you arrive at 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of the year, multiply by the factor of... Maria begins to explain the meteorology to you. Cool, that actually sounds pretty interesting. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It is similar to, so we got I, so we got I, upper score, mu, x of mu, I, upper score, actually, would that be an exponent? Mu of m equals 0, where, so the first thing you need to understand, minutes of explanation feel like hours. Honestly, what else are we doing? But why not enjoy the conversation, and learn something, I guess. You look over at Antonio. He's listening intently to Maria. Do you like Maria? It's so intently he hasn't blinked yet. Antonio and me, we have some competition for Maria. You can see his eyes drying up. Bro, blink. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Maria finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with the bow. Nobody claps. Y'all be haters. Tough crowd. Maria, that was inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but that's okay. I don't understand a word of it. Antonio turns to you. Oh, I forgot to make a sound, sorry. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin unless these floodwaters stop. Our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Karin. Karin has no confidence in me whatsoever. Me too. Good. Maria is absolutely terrified. It looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam, just give me some more crusty bread. Everybody laughs. Except for you. Except for You do not laugh. Not me, I laugh. But you don't laugh. You never laugh. Anyways, with everyone stranded at the cabin, you need to keep everybody fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everybody's still talking. You get out some crusty bread and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check on the chumpets. I love the chumpets. They're so funny. They're so cool.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Cabbage. Don't you worry. As leader of the chumpets, I'll make sure none of you humans know about us. That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so I definitely don't tell him. Don't tell him about us. Potato. Silencio. Complete silence. Bread. Ha ha ha. Are your plans going awry? Yo, you like to make jokes though. Ah, I got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No. Her business is now toast. Oh, he did like a growl, like a rawr. So, rawr. I need to think of a voice to go with rawr. I said rawr too many times. Her business is now toast. I think a deeper voice. Ha 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 ha. That's once been done to death. Do you know that how raspberry and milk were introduced? You tell her no. Oh, raspberry's a girl? Raspberry! Ah, man, these voices are going to be kind of weird. There's so many voices. I don't think I've ever had to do this amount of voices for a series ever. Raspberry and milkshake. You let out an audible groan. See, Brett likes it. Come on. Guys gotta have to really like, man, you guys are just tough crowd. Y'all are haters. I don't know. Brett is a great guy over here. Did cornbread teach you? No, it was wasted the entire day thinking about that terrible pun. Potato does not like to talk. Well, it was worth it. It was worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual trumpet comedy competition this year.
Raspberry.
Of course. Not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Oh, Potato. Isn't that every year? I don't know what is his voice. Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about the closing line, Bread. You're gonna do great this year. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Trumpets stuck together through thick and thin. Rain or shine. Feast and famine. Potato says nothing. Oh God. Whoa. Okay. That is a different font. Cabbage. Potato. I swear to repeat the. Oh, I completely misread that. Anyways, Potato. I swear. Repeat the line, or we're locking you up again. Life or death. Wow. That's right. Trumpets. Move out! I need to get these voices down because there are fun ones to narrate. I like narrating them. The trumpet somehow managed to close the door on themselves. You bring crusty bread and jam into the living room. Hola, Karim. How's it going, Karim? How you doing? Good time around. Weather's nice around this time of year, right? Karim interrupts you as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Karim looks at the 2 slices of bread left in the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these 2 last slices of bread. Okay, the whole crowd is here. Karim is right. What the hell is the matter with you? You grip the knife tightly in your hand. Whoa. Chill out. Chill, dog. Chill. Hey, fool, just like... Chillax, calmado, senor. It's all chill. You think this is enough for the 5 of us? Wait, we can't throw away this bread. We can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Antonio, will moldy spores give us food poisoning? No scientist. Sorry. Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave with the floodwaters, so this will have to last us another day. Everyone grins noddly, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. He looks like a duck eating bread. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had left in Ukraine. Ukraine? I'm a little bit confused now where this is. Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we give it a chance. Antonio, where are you getting that information from? One of the books on the bookshelf about climate here. You're illiterate, so that is definitely a lie. Ah, I've seen him read them. Little guy's been studying. Wait, can he actually not read? I am serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think he's smart. But I can tell he's just staring at the page, faking it. What do you think? Oh shoot. Really? Is that true? So is Antonio not the smart one, but it's actually Maraya? Is she actually the smart one? Antonio does not know his weather conditions from a hole in the ground. Karin is right. Antonio can read. I saw with my 2 eyes. I mean, well, wait, what time period is this in, though? They're wearing rather modern. Well, Karin isn't wearing anything modern. Is this... Wait, am I confused about where this, when this takes place? I thought this was modern day, but they said Ukraine, but they came here without supplies, though. So, and no one's mentioned any type of, like... But there was an old radio, but how old is the radio? I might be confused about the time period this is happening. Yeah, I don't... Am I confused? What time period is this in? I don't know. I guess we'll say that he's reading. No! I clicked the wrong one! No! Oh no! Okay. Gregor is absolutely traumatized from that. Okay, well, I guess we're pleasing Karin now 100%. My bad. You're funny. Well, she liked that. I hope she doesn't kill me or anything like that. Keep pretending with those books, Antonio. Bruto Karin. I found an old picture book in the living room, Antonio. Let me know if you want it, small fry. Karin smiles at you. I guess let's call it a day. Yeah. Sure. I mean, no, like, he has to know how to read, right? I mean, he is smart. But Mariah was the one who was actually knew all the stuff about this stuff. I'm absolutely confused now about the dynamic, what's going on here. 6 minutes later, Karin approaches me. Hey, Karin. How's it going? I might have clicked the wrong option, but maybe it's the right option for you and me. Anyways, I'm glad you called out Antonio's buff. You continue to impress. It's a shame Antonio's sleeping in the same bedroom. Hey, that's what I was saying in episode 1, pues, ¿qué pasó? Podemos hacer algo, no sabes. That's so dumb. Oh, that's so dumb. I should have never let him be the one to share with me. That's what I'm saying. I said this episode 1. But what if it was just you and me? Anyways, I'm sure we could study and squeeze in a few novels before bed. You nod. Yes. Well, we'll have to see if we could kick him out at some point, right? Or you just have to tell me about the atomization book. Or the yeah, I did say it right. Atomization on the bookshelf. Really cool pictures in there. Karin looks like she has a crush on you. What am I saying? Riz Master. W Riz right here. If you want to learn how to Riz woman, just watch this channel, guys. Let me know if you're free for a lesson. Okay. I definitely got Karin. Oh, Karin walks away looking very happy. You are definitely sure Karin will remember that. Hey, 2 hearts. We got 2 hearts. I think we're gonna go up to like the next night. Your relationship is stronger. Cool. You get ready for bed. Okay. You get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to sleep very hungry. Day 3. I guess we'll let this episode go on a little bit longer. That was a very short day. So, Yeah, we'll definitely keep the playthrough going. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. Maria's happy, and that's how fast a deer could run and started. Whoa! Incredible! Incredible! Impressive! I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. Karin is not happy. No! Maria is sad. It's only for one day. Various creatures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. Karin does not look happy about that. That doesn't make us feel any better, Antonio. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Antonio leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him, right? Everybody goes to separate areas. Karina in the bedroom. Gregor in the living room. Mariah in the kitchen. Ooh, and Antonio in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? I want to go to either Mariah or Karin. I don't know. I kind of... Should we just double down with Karin at this point? Like, we already have 2 hearts with her. I don't know. But we also got a heart with Mariah, too. This is a hard choice. Because we got Mariah with 1 heart, Karin with 2 hearts. We haven't talked to Gregor and Antonio at all. But Karin's like... Her narration stuff is kind of spicy. So, I mean, I kind of like that. Let's double down. Why not? We're doubling down. All in. Karin time. Okay, she has a knife. It looks like she's slicing away at a block of wood. Hey, can I let you in on a secret? Sure. I actually enjoyed your cooking so far. Really? She likes it. The others expect me to be rude. And me. So I have to keep a reputation up, right? Not really, but sure. I can't have anyone thinking I'm soft. You're not sure where this is coming from. Promise me you'll give me some cooking lessons soon. Sure, why not? Once we get some more food, we can. Okay. She's not ready yet, but you nod politely. Oh, she's not ready yet. Thank you. You're definitely sure Karin will remember that. Hey, yeah, I guess doubling down on Karin was a good idea. I'm not too sure. I kind of wonder if I'm missing out. You leave Karin by herself. I kind of wonder what I'm missing out on the other ones, though. You know, that's the only thing. I'm wondering if this is a game with multiple endings. I'm going to have to look that up to see if that's an interesting thing to do. Whoa. Did I click back on accident? Oh, you can go back? Everyone looks pretty down this evening. Karin looks upset. Mariah, I wish the rain would just stop. You're all doing great. We must almost be at the end of this nightmare. Gregor. Oh man, Gregor looks kind of not doing good. He looks like way worse than everybody else. I'm so hungry. Me too. Betty. You are too. You wish everybody good night and get ready for bed. Oh, but bed's when the scary stuff happens. I don't like the scary stuff very much. You go to bed with a growling stomach. You have a strange dream. Oh, no, not another one. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray. But he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it. You lie down on the tray to make your body as flat as a board. You show him how it's done. His anger turns into courage, and he pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake up in a cold sweat. Ay, wait. So much. Day 4. This is going to be a longer episode for sure. Day 5 now. Everybody seems to be sleeping later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. You barely make out the trees from the windows. You're stirring the blankets, arms and legs. Mariah looks petrified. Hey Mariah, what's going on? I couldn't sleep. Antonio has bags underneath his eyes. This storm is too loud. Karin looks out of it. Oh wow, Karin, you're not doing Okay. The cabinet was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregor looks a little bit gaunt. I got a good look at the window. And couldn't see anything due to the rain. Got him. Great observation, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. I kept pacing around my bed. Karin turns to you. When is it gonna end? I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Unfortunately, we're gonna need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in the water. As soon as the water lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Don't you have a map on you? I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Optimism there. Mariah and Antonio go white as a sheep. Mariah, Antonio. How are we gonna find our way back now? Well, I have to ride out the storm. Mariah looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. The group stares at you. It will clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. Oh, Mary, maybe you're right. The group looks worried. Oh, she's mad at me. Oh no. They all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor's putting on fake optimism, and Mariah's having trouble. Which one do you want to speak to today? Let's talk to Mariah. She seems like she's not handling it too well. Plus, we have a heart. Oh my gosh, she's not handling it. She is not handling it well at all. Brrr. Oh wait, no, she's saying brr. It's cold. It's as cold as hell over here. I'm surprised Gregor isn't freezing to death at night. How does he do it? You explain to Mariah how the size of a person in fat can determine how warm they are naturally. Ah! I wish I was as big as Gregor. Now she looks sad. But, to be honest, I don't need to be that tall to make a difference in the world. That's right. Do you know what he wanted to do for a career? Mariah does her best Gregor impression. Spits firewood and gaze the stars! How boring is that? Depends on the person, but pretty boring. You're so funny. Thanks for coming here and chit-chatting with me. Mariah blushes a little bit. You make it easier to pass the time. Thank you. You're pretty sure Mariah will remember that. Now we got 2 stars. Hey! Nice little music. You thank her and leave the bedroom. Now we're all at the table. Antonio, you still aren't looking the same way, bro. You call everybody together. They look grim. Yeah, everybody looking pretty bad. You cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everybody is staring at you. They're expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off of it. You instruct everybody to take a pinch. And slowly, all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everybody studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it'll last. Oops. Karin is the first to eat hers. She chews each bite. She chews each bite a few hundred times before swallowing. Antonio chews it cautiously, opening his mouth once he finishes each bite. Mariah nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor just pops in his mouth like a cherry. It was gone in an instant. Honestly, that might have been the best move because you're not wasting energy on like trying to chew it if you don't have to. You know, the whole point of the thing is like if you're trying to like preserve calories or whatever, like wouldn't the least amount of effort be the best? I don't know. I'm no nutritionist or whatever. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you run out of options. You wish everybody a good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. Day 6. Ah, no spooky nightmares. Good morning, Mariah. Morning. Let's check if the rain has stopped. Gregor. It's still flooding. Mariah, Karina is not doing okay. What are we gonna do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or two. Actually, precipitation could occur more than 215 days a year here. But do you really think it will rain? Where the hell are these people? Like, there probably have to be somewhere like where it rains. Well, obviously it rains a lot. If it rains more than 215 days a year, it has to be like some sort of island or like on a coast of something. And if it's so wooded, I don't know. They have to be somewhere. They said Ukraine, so maybe it's somewhere in Eastern Europe that rains a lot. I don't know much about Eastern Europe's weather besides the fact that it gets cold every once in a while or every year. The only place I could think that it rained that much has to be like in some island. I don't know, just some random island in probably like the like Pacific Ocean or something. Antonio, it's been days already. What makes you think it'll stop soon? Relax, everybody. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed, it's done by tomorrow. Yo, but can't you like eat leaves? There's like leaves outside. Actually, I need to look that up. Can humans eat leaves from trees? The answer is, to your burning question, yes. You can make trees into salad. Young tender leaves of trees like beech, birch, Chinese elm, fennel, mulberry, hawthorn, sassafrasa, and linden can be tossed into a salad. Though some are better tasting than others, you can pick and eat them fresh off the trees. Yeah, see, there's plenty of trees here. I also know you can eat leather, I think. At least I hope so. I've seen that in movies. And humans eat leather. No. I was wrong. You cannot eat leather. Wait, but there's no one here that says you can actually eat it. Hold on. I gotta do this research. Well, I think, what is it? Can humans eat bark of trees? While most tree barks are safe to eat, the two that are easier to identify are pine and birch. The inner bark of all birch and pine trees is nutrition and perfectly as emergency food. Pine trees have chunky and thick outer bark, longer needles and cones, which the seeds are also edible. There's trees outside. Why aren't these people eating the trees? I mean, obviously you're not gonna want to eat trees if like you don't have to, but like, I mean, you can. Google said so. So, yeah. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everybody is looking scared, but you need to survive. Karin and Gregor start to begin discussing next options. Do you want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Yeah, why not? Or Antonio in the living room. Instead, think about how everyone you've done wrong and how have you doomed them. That's a weird option. We'll speak with Mariah. We have 2 hearts. We're doubling down on this playthrough. Hey, Mariah looks relieved to see you. Your relationship is strong. Wow, we didn't even talk at all. Wait, but there's stuff in the background though. It's probably just for the visual effects, honestly. I doubt there's anything. I doubt that stuff in the background that actually looks like celery or something like that. How are you holding up? Better question, how are you holding up? Not very good. That's very sweet of you to ask. Maria's looking at you intently. Whoa, I didn't do it. She gets closer to you. I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. I usually have to pick it out of the foods others make. But you respected that. Thank you. Mariah is looking at you with admiration. I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks. Again. Technically, we could eat bugs, too. Like, I don't know. Like, if the situation is that desperate, you could... Look, there's trees outside the window. Right there. Don't we have, like, an axe? Can't we, like, chop down a tree or two? Is paper edible? Now I'm thinking about, like, a bunch of stuff that you could eat in the situation. Oh, now I have to look. Is paper edible? Damn it. And humans eat papel. Can you eat paper to survive? Paper is mostly composed of cellulose, a harmless organic compound found in plants, but humans lack the enzymes to properly digest it, which means, well, doesn't really say anything there. Paper has no nutritional value. So, yeah, you can't really survive. Can't really just survive on paper. Okay, whatever. You definitely sure Mariah will remember that. Oh wow, we're up to 4 stars, or 4 hearts. I think it's higher than Karin. You decide to check out the drawer again. The Chompettes! I love those guys. Hey, where are the other guys at? It's only Potato. You ask Potato where the others are. They'll be back. They wanted to explore the labyrinth of tunnels around the cabin. Surely you've seen the mouse holes, right? They connect all over the cabin. Must have been some mouse that created them, or something worse. Anyways, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Things are going to get worse from here on out. You have a feeling Potato is telling the truth. Is that getting louder? You realize some of the drool is leaking out of your mouth. Disgusting. Don't even try to eat it. You just get deadly sick if you try, and from the look of you, you need to retain all the water you can. That is spooky. From rationing, I might have to go around this volume a little bit. There you go. From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense of measure for basic survival this week. Damn, he's laying on me. You knew something like this would happen, right? Never mind. With floodwaters rising and no food now, I think it'd be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that will determine if you live or die. Age, height, weight, and your degree of activity or inactivity. You've been especially lazy, so I think you survive a little bit longer than the others. The Harris Bennett... Yo! You did not, like, act at all like the other Chompettes. The Harris-Benedict equation can help you figure out how many calories you need to simply maintain at your current weight. The equation produces a number called the Bascal metatomic rate, or BMR. Bro, this guy knows everything. What the heck? Stay here with me. BMR equals 655 plus 4.35 times the weight in pounds plus the 4.7 height in inches minus 4.78 in years. Got it? For fun, let's try it on with someone here. Manaya. Oh, have you talked to Manaya? Using Heredis Benedict, she looks like she's 120 pounds, about 5 feet, 5 inches tall, about 20 years old. Crunching the numbers. I think she needed about 1,388 calories daily, but that's being abnormally stationary. Just to lay in bed all day and night, just eating, breathing, and using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to get up more. If she was being very active, say swimming through floodwaters, we'll need to multiply 1,388 calories by 1.9. Now she needs 2,638 calories per day. That's quite the difference, especially if you didn't ration the food properly, which you didn't. I guess that wraps up our first survival lesson. Hopefully we don't have to ever speak again. Okay. You shut the drawer, going over the numbers again. That was actually kind of scary. Gregor is not doing good. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everybody is silent. I'll go. But I used to swim all the time near my house, so I'll probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No, let me go instead. Gregor, you won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Antonio. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Gregor, Sounds good to me. Karin's like, yeah, screw it, go ahead. You know, whatever, move on. Karin! His arms are definitely the longest, so he'll probably be the best at climbing trees out of all of us. Oh, shoot. That won't be right. Gregor, let me go instead. I get none of these options are good ones. But we need to find food or help. Literally eat the trees, my dudes. Like, be a damn beaver for a little bit. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. We can't come to consensus. Let's draw for it. We each pick one from my hand. And the shortest will go outside and search for food. Oh, they're doing the straw thingy. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths, so you could tell which one's the biggest of the bunch. You pick it. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Antonio? Karin? Will it be Oh. Looks like I got the shortest. Maraya. It's okay. Oh, is she going out into the floodwaters? I watched Antonio forge earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Damn, if that's like the storm, that's pretty bad. Just swim until you find higher ground and then scout the area. Maybe you'll find a fish out there, says Karin. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karin, Antonio, Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise. She promised. Everyone watches as Maraya leaves the cabin. Silence is deafening. Goodbye. Does she know she's not gonna make it? That's gonna suck. Damn. No! We had hearts! What the heck? Yeah, that's sad. Bueno. Okay. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then, silence. Mariah has left the cabin. Karin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun has completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. Wait, she went out? She went out at night? That's terrible. You get ready for bed and easily pass out. You have a strange dream. Two women in front of you, who could be twins. One of them recognized, the other one is a guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel, and then you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong, you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and both of them push you in. A familiar smell of smoke and burning hair causes you to throw up on the embers. You can't let it end like this. You rip off the metal door off the oven and tearing it through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods, and burns chill the wind. Your guest looks behind her, and her eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fury rips trees out by the roots, soil from the ground, rocks them from the pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Their stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through the field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch a glimpse of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits up in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall into pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs, and you're unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh, that's not. I don't like those. I don't like them. Those are terrible. I hate them. Day 7. Well, she is not back yet. Well, we're going to leave that episode there. Mariah is gone. She was voted off the island as a show back in the day, let's say. Bueno, señores, I hope you're enjoying this. This is getting depressing. I'm not going to lie. But, bueno, we're here. So, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And te veo en otro video.